Thank you for joining me, Kathleen Arola-Johnson, here at Creative Solace Studios for this 5 Supplies in 5 Minutes art journal page. The page that we're working on today is a shorter page because the one before it was folded over. My idea is to work with some straight lines because there's lots of curves and circles going on each side of this page. I would like the colors to complement what's going on the sides of it, and I would like this page to appear kind of like a sketchbook. This is going to be a sampler of some different watercolor brands, just some mark making to see what they look like. The supplies that we will be using today are 3 watercolors. First, I have Daniel Smith. I will open this up. Second is Prima Pastel Dreams. And third is Winsor Newton. I plan to use a little bit from each one of these, like a sampler right here. To break up the watercolor in between some of the lines, we'll use a little bit of Ecoline brush pens, which are water-soluble markers, and a Stabilo all black pencil, which is also water-soluble. I would like to protect my pages with some deli paper from any overflowing colors that might occur. We're set and ready to begin. I'm using a fine-tipped brush and starting off with the Daniel Smiths. I'm going to start with a horizontal line and then go with some vertical patterns in 2 different colors. It's fairly wet, so I'm going to try not to bump that as I move into some green tones. And this time, going with a dashed line that's horizontal. You can play with whatever patterns you choose. I'm going with one more of this brand of watercolor, and I think I'd like to see what it looks like in a curvy, wavy line. Next, I will use this as a divider between the supplies. That's the Ecoline brush pen and the Stabilo all also. So there's our first watercolor. The second brand is coming up next, and I'm just choosing complementary colors, starting with some patterns again. It's just nice sometimes to play with mark making to see what types of lines your different brushes and your different materials can do. it's also nice to see similar things from different brands side by side and get the different feel for them. For example, this watercolor is more chalky and it's not as, doesn't have as thick of a pigment or as clear of a color, but I still like it. Doing our divider line again. And we're just over halfway through with our time. We've got a little bit more than a minute left. So this is fitting right in with what I was planning. Last watercolor brand. And I like to do some of the same marks with the different brands to compare them as well. But again, this page, it's really all about play. So whatever is sounding good to you, go for it. You can do this with any supplies, even if you don't have paints. You can work with markers, with crayons, with pencils, colored pencils. Easy, simple way to play with your supplies and do a little sketchbook type of page in your art journal. Thank you for joining me today. Please subscribe to Creative Solace Studios for more art, wellness, and intentional living videos.